looking at properties. Now let's insert a part. Now with this part, we have a tab over here which is properties. It has properties at the top, and it's saying we have the properties of the part because we selected the part. Now there's many properties of the part. If you don't have the properties tab up here, you can go to view and we can go to properties, and this will enable and disable properties tab. So now we can see there's many properties of it. If you want to see, you can just select it around here. But if you go over here, you can see in transform we have C-frame, which has position, and you can see when we move it, the position changes. Right above C-frame, before C-frame, we have size. Now size basically is, you can see it changes as I move it. So this is like a unique size. So if you were to play the game, you can see that you play the game, it keeps its size and it keeps its position. Except for that, gravity exists. Now gravity is what makes things fall down. So basically, the reason why this part goes down to the ground. To change this, we can click on this part, we can go here and click anchored. Or we can go under properties tab, because the properties tab have every single property, and we can go ahead and look for anchored. Now this will change anchor to make it true. Now if you were to play the game, you can see that it's floating because we set anchored equal to true. Now something you may realize is that we can touch it. Now if you don't want anyone to touch this part, we can change the collision. Right here is collision. Can collide equals to false. Now if you were to play, we can go over here, and as you can see, we are jumping directly through the part. Let's just say you want to change the color. We have two of them that we can do. Under appearance, this appearance is how it looks. So under appearance, we can go to brick color. There's many colors that you can pick from, as you can see. Let's keep it at artichoke. Yeah, artichoke. Let's keep it as artichoke. Now you can see it changed with the color as well. This color, it gives you a selection of colors to pick from, while this color gives you like the 3 RGB types of colors. Now we can also change the material. Look at, let's just pick marble. You see how this is different now? No, we have our parts, we can jump through this marble. But what if you want us to be able to see through the part? So here's where transparency comes in. It lets you see through the part. As you can see, it's semi-transparent, so you can still see it. You can still see out of the part. If we click play here, so you can see us now jumping through it and our head being through it. Now transparency works by 0, meaning that it is fully opaque, and 1 meaning that it's fully transparent. Same with reflectance. 0 means it has no reflectance, and 1 means it reflects everything basically. No, I don't know why the reflectance is not appearing. Okay, we just changed it to plastic, and you can see that it's starting to reflect. If let's say we have pavement, you see how it just puts this outline on it, so it just hides the reflectancy. Now if we go over and we click on plastic does not hide the reflectancy, so you can see fully reflecting the whole entire sky. So now we just have a reflective bar that you can jump through. Isn't that nice? And these are just some of the many things you can do. You see the shadow here? Just say you want to get rid of the shadow. All we have to do is go into properties, find cast shadow, we turn it off. Now there's no shadow. For example, you see how it's like a block? We go down, we can see somewhere called shape. Now for shape, we can set it to anything you want. Look at this, it's a reflective ball. If you want to, you can change it to a corner wedge. Look at this corner wedge. This is gonna be called favorite part. No, with this being called favorite part, we can put a script in there. We looked at variables, so we can use local favorite part equals to game. So we go in the game dot workspace. So we go in the workspace, then we go to dot favorite part. So now we go favorite part, and look over here. You can see every property. Let's just say once it's brick color. No, let's not do brick color. Let's say once its transparency equal to 1. So right now it's like the biggest thing in the sky, a big block of plane. But if you were to play here, you can see that it just disappears ever so randomly. But we can still touch it, so it's like it's there, but you can't see it. So in our script, we go to favorite part and they do up, and let's try to change a property. We do dot transparency dot lock dot cast shadow and so forth. Let's say we want to change this. Let's put this 0.5, and let's just say we want to change its reflectancy. So favorite part dot reflectance. Let's make this equal to 0.5 as well. So now if you play here, we can see a slightly reflective, slightly transparent part. Now let's put this up in the air, because it's not really in the sky. Remember how since gravity existed, so we never anchored it, it just drops down. Let's try to change that in our script. So we go in our script, we're gonna do favorite part, we're gonna type in dot, and we're gonna look for anchored, because anchored is a boolean, which means whether true or false, which determines whether a part is immovable by physics, as it says right here. So anchored equals to true. Remember, it's a boolean, so it only has 2 options, true or false. So you want it to be true, so it can stay up in the air. Now, if we play, we look up in the air and we just see this giant cube. How lovely. Just imagine if it fell. When you want to change the color, you have to look at what it says. So if you do dot color, it determines the color of the part. If you have an error with doing something, just type in open document. So dot color equals to color, and since you want 3 variables, color 3, and you want a new color to be added onto it, so dot new, and then we're gonna put 1, 1, 1. No, hopefully I didn't confuse you there, but you have 2 of them. So favorite color part equal to that, and you also have from RGB. So color.new works on a decimal system. So it requires 0.000001, 0.00052, this number right here, 00, and 0.000, and this is just number. And sometimes this can be like annoying to write. So what we would normally do is use from RGB. No, this is on a scale of 1 to 255. So you can pick a number from 1 to 255, whether or not, okay? So I recommend using this. So now that since we want it white, we're gonna just change all these to 255, just to make it color white. If you don't know which color will make it white, you can go on the scale and you can pick any color you want here. That's how it works. So let's remove this. Let's say you want to do brick color. So favorite part dot brick color has to equal to brick color dot new. So basically the same logic as when we did color tree dot new. We want to change the brick color to a new brick color. So we add a bracket, and we're gonna put what we want. See how it's medium stone gray? Let's say we want light stone gray. Quotes, and we're gonna type exact word for word. So light stone gray. It's gonna be the color that we said first. So let's say you want to change favorite part's shape. So favorite part does shape. No, you don't have to do what this is telling you to do. All you need to do is just put some quotes here. Go down to where you see shape. Which one do you want it to? Let's just say you want it to be corner wedge. So you're gonna spell corner wedge word for word. So corner. Always make sure you check your spelling. You don't want anything to be wrong. You see how it's an E and I put a O? Yeah, it's gonna give you an error if you do that. So corner wedge. And after doing that, oh yeah, there's no space. So you see, that's why you need to check the spelling. You see, now there's no error, and now you can see that it is a corner wedge. Look at that. So that's basically the basis of property. Anyways, that's it. I'll see you in the next one, if I even manage to edit it sometime.